Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bill schemes to acquire custody of her child, while Steffy schemes to harm Luna. When Steffy eventually made it back to her hometown of Los Angeles, her joy was soon dashed. After Steffy had settled into her new house, Finn told her that Luna was still alive and carrying Will's child, which caused a stir. Steffy hurried to Luna's prison after the initial shock and confronted her stepdaughter about her previous transgressions. That will be covered in more detail in Tuesday's episode, as Steffy is certain that Luna cannot use her pregnancy as a means of escaping from prison. Steffy wasted no time in putting Luna in her place, despite her fear of her existence and the danger she posed to her family. She criticized her for using her pregnancy as a weapon. Steffy will never forgive or forget Luna, despite her attempts to convince everyone that she has changed. She promised Luna at the conclusion of Monday's show that she would make it her goal to make sure she was incarcerated for the remainder of her life. Luna's survival raises the possibility of a trial for the shootings of Liam and Sheila, as well as for holding Steffy and the art teacher hostage. Steffy would be a crucial character witness against Luna in such scenario, and her compelling evidence might support a severe sentence. Like Sheila, Steffy sees Luna as a risk, and she will do all it takes to protect her family from someone she believes to be dangerous and unpredictable. Even though Luna is only a few months along in her pregnancy, there is already a lot of discussion about what will happen to her unborn child. Bill and Katie asserted their custody claim before being taken to prison, promising Luna they would take the child as soon as it was born. Bill tells Katie and Will on Tuesday that the custody dispute should be straightforward. The Spencers should have no trouble obtaining full custody of the kid, especially since the expectant mother faces a lengthy prison sentence. But nothing is ever that simple in the bold and the beautiful. Luna is a wild card in the mix because she already had a sort of ally in Poppy, who took satisfaction in her daughter's decision to become pregnant by a billionaire's son. Since it is impossible to predict Sheila's next move, she is another factor that cannot be completely ruled out. But she doesn't have enough time to devote to her prospective great-grandchild, since she is too focused on the drama in her relationship with Deacon and Taylor. In any case, Bill and his family are likely to be dealt a curveball if he is already stating how simple the process of obtaining custody will be. Katie's concerned Steffy versus Luna, and Bill's slam dunk. There will be spoilers for the bold and the beautiful. Fans can anticipate that Bill Spencer will reassure Katie Logan that the adoption is certain in the upcoming episode. In the meantime, Luna Nozawa and Steffy Forrester Finnegan square off. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Katie will be concerned about Will Spencer, so let's start with her. With all of this drama with Luna, the brunette is aware that her kid is losing his mind. The fact that the girl deceived Will into falling in love with her was horrible enough. Will is now the father of Luna's child, according to a paternity test, which makes matters more difficult for everyone. Katie is concerned that Luna would do something that would make it more difficult for them to acquire custody of the child. Bill will attempt to calm Katie, who will be tense and anxious. The man is wealthy, powerful, and well-connected. Bill probably believes that the matter will be resolved with a single phone call to his attorney. However, as Luna's pregnancy progresses, Bill and Katie may encounter some difficulties. How likely is it that Penelope Poppy Nozawa Romy Park will attempt to obtain custody so she can share in the Spencer fortune? Poppy congratulated Luna on having a Spencer baby, but she also said she was relieved her daughter was dead. Spoilers for the bold and the beautiful indicate that Steffy and Luna will square off. After returning home, the brunette and John Finnegan enjoyed a pleasant reunion. But once the children left for their playdates, the doctor had to be honest with his wife. The news that Luna was still alive startled and shell-shocked Steffy. It was shocking to learn that Finn's own mother, Lee Finnegan, was to blame. Steffy was relieved that Luna was back in jail when Finn threw another curveball. Steffy will confront the girl in prison now that she is aware that Luna deceived Will into having an affair. Steffy will maintain that she will not permit Luna to use the child as a means of escaping from prison. So, keep checking back to see what comes next. What is the plot thread you are most excited to follow? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. A surprise results from Will and Luna's custody of their child. Will Spencer is unable to comprehend the anguish he is experiencing, according to Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. It is amazing how he describes a madman who was imprisoned and believed to be dead becoming pregnant with his child. It reads like the plot of a soap opera. Bravo to the writing team for using Morrow's language to subtly hint to the audience this October. Horror is an appropriate noun to use when characterizing the nearly inconceivable mix of events that made it possible for Luna Nozawa to target Will and succeed, especially since Halloween is coming up at the end of this month. But Luna didn't anticipate being taken into custody and sent back to jail. Fortunately, her pregnancy did not protect her from justice as she had hoped. Luna's disgusting manipulation of life in this version of Los Angeles, California, proceeded with the use of a newborn as an intended deflective barrier. This play was previously run by Lee Nozawa. She made a phony death certificate for John Finn Finnegan, her son. At that point in the story, the well-respected physician at University Hospital wished to protect her kid from the Forrester family. Lee felt that they were the ones who led him to Sheila Carter Sharp. Digitally jumping to the present, Lee laments pretending that Luna has passed away, and then siding with Sheila to conceal her presence. Sheila had no regrets about informing Luna about Will's Il Giardino marketing party. She feels bad since her husband, Deacon Sharp, feels deceived after learning about it. Luna is called a monster by some. As an unrepentant narcissist, she holds her mother accountable for all of her immoral and illegal behavior. Mothering was not Poppy Nozawa's responsibility. She wasn't accountable, though, for Luna using her free will to murder 2 men at Deacon's restaurant. Additionally, Poppy was not involved in Luna's total lack of gratitude for Bill Spencer. A good horror narrative is unpredictable, humorous, and has no clear conclusion. Because someone in a position of authority granted Bill's plea to have Luna released from prison, this version of LA is terrifying. That individual is also a terrible villain. Will desires the birth of his child. When the child is born the next year, he may grow up enough to assume custody of that boy or girl. For blood grandparents, however, seem to have custody standing. Bill is impacted by Katie Logan's, Heather Tom. The child that Luna gives birth to could legally belong to either of Will's parents. Despite his wife's probable objections, Luna's father, Finn, is a decent man who seems likely to pursue custody. It would be somewhat unexpected, though, if Poppy pursued legal rights. Poppy is a fascinating figure in this issue. She despises Luna, who constantly disparages her mother and tried to blame her for murder. In addition to combining redemptive efforts, obtaining custody of the child would be a deliberate declaration to Luna. After Finn tells Steffy that Luna lives, Steffy confronts her after Poppy praises Luna for focusing on Will. Deke became the new designer for HFTF, and Lee and Finn informed Poppy that she would soon become a grandmother. The children hurry into the Cliff house as a shirtless Finn enters. Slowly, Steffy follows and gives him a kiss. The children leave to get ready, having already scheduled playdates. Finn gives his wife a kiss, ecstatic to have them all back. He confesses over the phone that he had news he didn't want to share with her after he gets his lips back. She asks him what he needed to tell her after the kids have left for their dates. She is already aware that Liam is doing well, and that Ridge remarried Brooke. He clarifies that his mother was performing miracles once more. He explains that Luna is still alive bit by bit. Steffy explores the room in a daze before stammering. According to Finn, Lee felt sorry for Luna and wished to change her. He goes on to say that Luna got Will intoxicated and exploited him. He tells her that Luna is in prison. While she was abroad, he didn't want to cause her any stress. It pains Finn to tell her all of this. At least Luna is in jail, according to his wife. He goes on to say that Luna is expecting Will's child. She exclaims, "Of course this is something Luna would do," and says she's off to meet Luna to inform her that she won't be released from prison. Brooke is on Ridge's knee at Forrester, kissing him before telling him how happy she is to be married to him once more, and that he returned Hope's line. He swears that he won't hold Deke's father accountable. Taylor interrupts to announce that Steffy and the children will be returning home today. Although Steffy will have to hear all the awful news, they are all ecstatic. Will enters and announces that Luna is not only still alive, but also expecting his children. Ridge will always hold Bill accountable for this, and they discuss how awful Bill feels about it. They clarify that they haven't told Steffy that Luna is still alive. She's probably hearing it from Finn now. All of them are determined to keep Luna incarcerated. Poppy visits Luna at the prison. She finds it hard to accept that she is actually alive. Luna is certain that she must be incensed at Lee's ability to perform miracles. Lee won't allow her kid to hold her accountable for her misdeeds. She is where she belongs, in prison. Luna responds, "Not for long." Even after her most recent antics, Poppy claims that Bill will never save her again. According to Luna, that is not appropriate for her child. She assumes Poppy is aware of Will's paternity. Her mother is beaming as she boasts about it. She is pleasantly surprised that training her how to target guys has helped her in some way. She decided to be knocked up by the son of a billionaire. "Excellent," she remarks. Luna must wait for her next guest when Poppy departs. She believes it to be Will. It's Steffy. She hears Luna's wonderful news. She's disgusting, Steffy tells her. She can see that she has no regrets, and everything about her is repulsive. According to Luna, she has transformed. Steffy swears that she will make it her goal to keep her behind bars indefinitely. Hope and Carter ended their relationship and moved on. They disclosed on this week's show that they are once again friends, just as they were before. They were neither hostile or resentful of one another. As if the previous year had never occurred, Carter is content to work alongside Hope. They took over Forrester Creations because of their tumultuous relationship. He battled to restore hope for the future, and he has no intention of changing his mind. Viewers of B&B have not yet seen Liam and Hope get back together or Carter turn to Daphne, who is in love with him, for solace. Hope leaving Carter to be with Liam and Beta was the last time we saw Lope. Their reconciliation was prompted by Beth, not by love. Hope and Liam came to the realization that they were better off together. Hope's desire to be with her family was evident to Carter. He ended their engagement as a courtesy to her. She was free to be with Liam once he took the engagement ring from her finger. Liam saw that Hope had taken off the ring from that finger when she came back. Did this gradual build-up hint at a Lope reunion? Why, if so? Their reunion ends abruptly for some reason. Will Steffy's homecoming coincide with the Lope reunion? Hope's situation is probably going to alter after Steffy returns. Hope and Steffy's future at B&B is in jeopardy. Despite their long-standing animosity, they decided to keep their differences amicable for the benefit of their families. Nothing in the soap opera business remains the same for very long, as we are all aware. The truce between Hope and Steffy can lead to further turmoil. Steffy will have thoughts about the current situation, particularly in relation to Hope and Carter's split and Carter's choice to revive hope for the future. When she learns that Hope and Liam are reconciling, her mind will be spinning. Despite her happy marriage to Finn, she will probably have some influence on the situation.